Getting older isn't terrible. Hey everybody, and welcome to The Late Bloom. I'm your host, Radiant J, and thanks for joining me for part 12 of 13 for our Stardew Valley play series. Bittersweet coming toward the last two episodes of The Late Bloom. I've just enjoyed learning how to record and some of the finer aspects of settings and all the stuff that goes into making one of these. Same time, oops, I forgot to have a crappy water can. I am ready to try something else, try a different game. I wish I had time to just record 12 different games a day, but alas, I do not have such time. So just trying to make the most of what I do have. All right, so we've got 19 potatoes, and she's building us a coop. So what we may get before the series is over is the coop. Can't promise I'll get a chicken, but we'll have a coop, which is what everyone was hoping for, right? I'll just live in it with my beak mouth. Sorry, I am clearly tired. You probably see it on my face. You probably see it in the not well done enough camera setup that I did today, because for some reason my webcam and my OBS don't want to save the settings that I put in each time. My inventory is full. So I'm going to start making more mistakes because last couple weeks I got to jump into the 1.4 update, and whew, it is awesome. It's mostly just post-game stuff with new storylines, new optimizations. So you don't see too much of it in this early on in the game, only spring 17th of year one. So that explains why we didn't run into anything when we first tried. But it's incredible. There's lots and lots to do. Obviously, I've spoken the praises of this game plenty of times throughout this playthrough, and that won't change, but I won't bore you with it. But it's worth checking out for sure. So if the good news is, if you hadn't started Stardew, or you started recently after these, not that I've inspired too many people to start playing this already legendary game, but if it's early, you're worried that, oh, I don't have much to do, this is kind of limiting farm. It is slower at the beginning. It's slow on the to get rolling, but when it gets rolling, it just doesn't stop. And 1.4 made sure that even after like the main storyline quests, I'm not gonna say any spoilers for those because I'm not gonna be playing those. There's no reason for me to spoil it, but those keep the storyline going and give you a lot more to do. If you already have beaten or have played a good chunk of the base game and you haven't played 1.4 yet, do it. Don't start the game over. Concerned had said on Twitter, don't start the game over if you haven't gotten past, or don't start the game over for the patch. That's what he said. So take his advice. It's all post-game stuff, and so it's worth it. It's worth enduring all this meandering around, collecting flowers, not giving them to people. Join us. Thrive. You'd think I'd stop saying as much, but you would be wrong. I have been working a lot, and I wish that I could say I did something like this for a living, but I don't. And as a result, kind of early to rise, not going late to bed, but I don't know why I'm trying to pick up stuff. I got a full inventory. Not late to bed, or no, late to bed, just not, it should be early to bed, early to rise. Too tired for that. Too tired to go to sleep. Probably see it on like the bags under my eyes. Ugh. That's okay. Getting older isn't terrible. It's actually got a lot of perks. Minus the slow death and decay of your body. Other than that, this is pretty good stuff. It's Wednesday. Is he open? No, he's not, because I just saw him leaving. I'm talking about Mr. Shopkeep. Haven't played the game for 2 weeks, so I forget everyone's name. His name is Harvey. Nope, wrong. Wait. No, Harvey's the doctor. His Pierre. Look at that. What is this? You look at Harvey, if I can bring him up. I can't bring up anyone. Pierre. Okay, look at that sprite. And then we scroll up. Harvey. It's like, Harvey's like a... No, Pierre's just a lazy Harvey. He's like the first draft of Harvey. Ha! Pierre's the first draft of Harvey. It's not nice to make fun of people. That said, you can make fun of me. I can take it. Oh, cry. Well, I was going back to my farm to sell my cornucopia of collections. Cornucopia of collected items. I should just sell this potato. I won't do it. You can't make me. I have a chest. I do have a chest. I'll tell you one of the biggest adjustments. Trying to go back to 1.4 to this. This is also 1.4, but this is not my post-game 1.4. So the biggest struggle is getting used to how much stuff I do not have. I have so much like free time to wander around in this game. Salmonberry. In my game with 1.4, I've just got like this mega farm. Well, it's pretty impressive compared to like this. And you know, I've got a what's it called? Greenhouse full of like ancient fruit. I've got a wine cellar and a wine cellar and a cellar for my wine cellar. You don't know me well enough to trust me. Sorry. Linus, I am now having flashbacks of either the last episode or the episode before that. And you know, Linus, you know why that's a problem? Because there's 2 potential episodes that I'm having flashbacks about where you left me here while I was trying to give you some primo advice. So here's your flyer. You're welcome. I forgive you. You'll notice I'm a bit more sassy tonight. That's the tiredness. And I do apologize if it lowers the experience. For those of you who have stuck through it. Oh, cutscene, guys. I'll remember to read the dialogue. There we go.
I was just peering down to this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades.
Oh, sorry. Still, there's probably good ore down there. But a dark place, undisturbed for so long. I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Maybe you'll find friendship. Here, take this. You might need it. Is it friendship, Marlin? No, it's a weapon. Oh, you received a rusty sword. Name's Marlin, by the way. I run the Adventurers Guild right outside. Radiant J just decided now to start doing accents. So, sorry. I'll keep my eye on you. Prove yourself, and I might think about making me a member of the illustrious Adventurers Guild. Everyone's lining up. That's why it's only the first time I've heard about them. Let's take 6 salmon berries, a rusty sword, and into the depths of hell. I imagine more red in hell. But this is probably the appropriate amount of rocks. Ooh. My first enemies. Gross. Nailed it. I don't have any room for that stuff. But I do have a salmon berry. So, I know a 9,000 video games and every anime in the world have like a dramatic eating, but can you just imagine if you're like next to someone and not only did they toss some food to themselves, they leapt to catch it in their mouth? That would be a lot. I probably would bring it up after the second time. I'd be like, hey, listen, everyone should be able to live their life, and it's your right as an American or other equally free country that's allowed to do whatever you want. But I couldn't help notice how aggressively you're feeding yourself. Is it for like a reaction? Are you training for something? Are you showing off? Because you could just eat it. You just stand on the ground, put the food in your mouth, and chew it. Or if you use popcorn, I get tossing some pieces to yourself and catch them. That's fine. It's fun. It's a little game. It's the jumping to catch in your mouth part that I don't understand. It's the whole dog with a frisbee sensation you got going on. And at this point, this imaginary friend of mine would turn and say, what happened to you, Radiant J? You used to be so full of love and wonder and lack of judgment, and you would have applauded me and said, wow, friend, I don't know anyone else that does that. What a neat talent. I'm glad you're you. And then I'd be like, you're right, friend I just made up. What did go wrong in my life? How have I fallen so far that I'm judging you for how you choose to enjoy your food, which we all need to live and continue to enjoy life? And they'd be like, see, it's never too late. And I'd be like, you're right, but I should probably stop ranting because this dialogue's starting to get weird and confusing. And then they're like, dialogue? End scene. I don't want to criticize her progress. Because this is probably, besides the ease of animation, another throwback to Harvest Moon. You just had, depending on the one, you'd have a guy like smacking on something. I don't ever know if they ever had a female carpenter. They might have in later ones, but so it's cool that they did that for this one. There's always a burly old man somewhere that was the carpenter, and for some reason she's also married. Not too many of the carpenters are married. There's some kind of like trope about the old blacksmith didn't have any room in my heart for love except for the iron and the anvil. Now go, main protagonist. Here's this blade that got me banished from whatever kingdom I used to serve. And you're like, I just needed some nails for a project I'm doing. Some screws. Do you have a 8/15 No? And he's like, bring me gold and I shall make you a ornate and super useful watering can. And the main protagonist is like, what's happening? Go to sleep. Hey, we did something. Level 3 farming, guys. Bee house. Be awesome. Yay, terrible, terrible, terrible. Back to the blacksmith monologue. And he's like, I just was meant to be alone. Now go slay the dragon and never think of me as a character again. Raising animals. I did it. I raised animals. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, coop. Got it. What else I got going on? There's something else. Ah. Level 5. I'm supposed to explore level 5 in the mine. I don't know how you would have known that because I clicked through it speed of sound. Oh, it's Clint. He's like, I heard you were saying some really mean things about blacksmiths and dying alone. And I just wanted to come by and tell you that I will not die alone. It is you today who will die alone. Taste my axe. Oh, hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking up some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. How did you notice that? How did you notice that? Did you follow me? Is it because of all the time you spend alone, Clint, in your single bedroom with your mustache? But yeah, have you been following me? If you want to get the most out of the ores you'll find, you'll need a furnace. Can I build one? Just so happens I have an extra set of blueprints lying around here. I can build one. Here, I want you to have them. Thank you. Thank you, Clint. I'm sorry I said that you were all alone, even if you are. I didn't mean it in a mean way. I meant it as in like, he's found happiness with himself, but I know you haven't because I've read your dialogue several times and it's quite sad sometimes. You know, one thing that I've already mentioned this before, but in Harvesting 64, the higher friendship level you became with your rivals, their relationship with one of the girl characters would increase, and eventually they could get married. So for some of the games, your strategy was just to never make any male friends, so that no one would steal the girl you wanted to marry. They changed that later on when boys and girls got introduced, and bachelors and bachelorettes. And in this game where you can marry anyone no matter what gender you pick, it kind of took away the abilities for rivals to like outpace you and like make you feel like, oh, I blew it. But I did enjoy, this is me as a stupid kid playing in 64, but one day the mailman coming by and invited me to his wedding, and all of a sudden I'm the best man, a guy like who delivered my mail, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize we were that close. I'll come. And do I need to give a speech? And he was like, yeah, it's my wedding, man. I delivered your mail for like 6 years in a row. We said hi every day. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I'll get a speech ready. No, I'll just play with you. I was prepared to do a speech. I already had one. I was just giving you a hard time because you took so long to ask me to be your best man. And he'd be like, good, because this is the third dialogue you've gone on, and it's getting pretty old of a bit. And I was like, bit? End scene. Look at my coop, guys. Here we are. Coop City, USA. Nothing like a dirty bucket of water, some leftover wood that Robin didn't take with her, some regular wood that I can't do anything with, some hay because it's a coop, and then I don't know what this is really. Maybe some kind of perch, and that's where you get feed. The hopper. Oh, he's from Stranger Things. Build a silo and cut grass with your scythe to refill it. Refill my scythe? Oh. And what is this? Is this like more wood? You know, Robin, you asked for a lot of wood to build this. And it looks great. I can't complain. How do my chickens get here? But also, if you didn't need that much wood, you could just, you know, given it back to me, or, you know, refunded me the difference in the materials. Instead, you're like, oh, it's just kind of part of it. And you throw a handful of wooden beams onto the floor. Well, okay. By the way, don't pick that up. It's in the contract. You cannot touch any wood that's been spilled about town. And that is an odd thing that happens at the beach too. Wait, forging ahead. Craft a furnace. No, I'm gonna buy a chicken. I don't need a furnace because it's the chicken that will keep me warm inside. Okay, technically my timer's going off, but I'll tell you what, since we only got 2 more of these, just gonna play until this next night real quick. Shannon will appreciate that. She'll be like, oh boy, just what I wanted. Excess non-funny footage to edit, Jameson. Thank you. And I'll be like, that was really hurtful. Couldn't you just said that privately to someone else? And she'll be like, no, honesty is important, because it is. I don't want hate. I want a chicken. Give me this chicken. Heck yeah, guys. We did it. Choose a coop. This is a water bowl. I guess you can't just live outside. Boom. Name your animal. Let's Schallers. Okay. Got him. I wish I could be there the minute you realize that I did that. I'll probably get a message. It'll be worth it. I can feed my chicken for like a day and a half. One good thing about this game that Harvest Moon in 64 is a bit more punishing of was the death thing. Like in this game, if you just don't feed them, they'll manage, but they'll be like, hey, you were supposed to do that. In Harvest Moon 64, they were like, hey, we are chickens. We have no ability besides basic foraging. Why would you do this to us? Oh. You looked a lot bigger in the picture. Hopefully you don't need to eat. Well, Kirby's at midnight. Don't drink my beer. Alright, tight. Catch you later. He's probably fine. I need more potatoes. Well, yeah, you know what? Because one day we might come back here. I know we won't have enough time for the remaining days in this playthrough to get another glorious potato harvest. I should have appreciated that last one a little bit more, but hey, I'm only human. Oh. More cutscenes. Oh, I think I know what cutscene this is. I think this is the one where Joe Jamart's like, what's up? We're Walmart, but like not really because copyright, but we represent all the same things. And look at this bow tie. Morris. Morris looks like he just got back from being a vampire anywhere. Or like some British stage production, and he's like, I'm still in character. Come and get it, folks. Coupons for 50% off your purchase at JojaMart. And stay for my improv show every Thursday. I do impressions of your favorite British politicians, like Winston Churchill, Neville Chamberlain, and Mr. Bean. Oh no, Pierre. What's that, Pierre? You sell them for more expensive, and you're closed on Wednesdays, and the wheels of capitalism are destroying you. Look how sad this rich person feels for you. It must be so difficult for you to lose your loyal customers like that. I'm also Sean Connery, but sort of only, at best. Look at my spectacles. No one wears them like this except for artsy people in comics or old people in the movies. Look how smug I am. Can you imagine like Walmart having some kind of guy roll in to tell you to like bully around like the mom and pop store? This is some guy who like owns shares in Walmart rolls in his like Porsche, and he's like, guys, listen, mom and pops are great, but have you seen Walmart? Let me tell you, this chump doesn't stand a chance. Like the old owner and his wife are like, we're just trying to keep our family's legacy alive. And he's like, ha, the future's now. And then he hands out coupons. I asked if you could imagine it. Not that you should imagine it. All right. What are we buying? Is it potatoes? Or is it as much sugar as I can carry? It's potatoes. Good job, everyone at home, for getting that. Oh, I want to do like a Let's Play style where it's like Dora the Explorer. Just say, can you find the thing? And then be like standing right in front of it and then like pause and be like, that's right. It was behind the corpse. I'm sharing with you guys things that I like to do. Most of it is silly nonsense. Not taking games seriously enough because everything else is too serious. And so don't make my game serious unless I want it to be, or I've got some competition that I need to get going because I like to win. As you saw by me doing everything that I could to act like I was okay after losing the Easter egg hunt. The reality is, I was thinking like, hey, if I just shoved down this kid and took the eggs, is anyone really gonna believe him? I'll be like, oh, I was getting the eggs before him because you guys let adults compete in this festival, and I just got more than him, and it was just bad luck. I just kept popping up where he was, and not at all because I'm much larger than him and I haven't developed well enough mentally how to lose to a child. So I caused a traumatic experience for him for a hat, which I believe was the prize. I don't know, I didn't win it. But you know what I did win? Well, I didn't win this either. I actually paid a lot for it and took a lot of time to get the materials together. But I did win this dog. Yeah, I did win that. Just by being here and rescuing it. So, for those of you considering dog, you should rescue a dog. That's what we did in both the game and in my real life. And, you know, you won that dog. You won the love unconditional lottery. And most humans never win that unless they have a dog or a cat or the sort of other pets. I don't know why I'm going down here. I should have put these last extra pieces of hay into the hopper. I'm lost. It's too late. It's nighttime. It's time to sleep. I'm not in the game. It's only like 3, but in real life, I'm just crashing after this. So I say, crashing after this means I'll be on my phone on Reddit for like 4 more hours. It's gonna be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. I probably already checked that when I woke up, but I was too busy talking, so I overshot the coop where I was gonna go to put the hay in the hopper. I was gonna say bay in the bopper. Oh, that's right. I have to have a silo. I feel like I could just shove a little bit in there. Why can't I just sit on the ground here? Or here? Why are there already holes in my cooper? Or not cooper. Oh boy. Why are there already holes in my coop? I just paid for this. Why didn't you use these? When she shattered a whole half of a board and all the, you know, and these guys, why didn't she just? I just realized this. As long as I played this game, it's funny because it's supposed to be kind of dilapidated. You're supposed to be wanting to work towards the next one up, but it's also old farmy. It's a brand new building. It's the newest building in this entire town. This is why, like, so in real life, you do like this walk around with the contractor and talk about the things that they did that you enjoyed or you didn't enjoy, agree on the final charges. In this game, you've already paid them everything, so they just go home. What are you gonna do if you don't like it? Demolish it? Got charged for that too. She's the only carpenter. She got a monopoly on it. You're gonna go back to her for your next building. Nothing's been set up in here yet. Well, I think 5:10 p.m. is a good enough night to call it a night. I think 5:10 p.m. is late enough. I wish I could have gone to bed today at 5:10 p.m. I'm sure you guys wish I had too, so I can stop talking about how dang tired I am. Well, what's the forecast tomorrow? Clear and sunny. I've already checked that 3 times. I am going to end it here. This is fun. As tired as I am, as demonic as my numbers are, if I'm ever too negative, if I'm ever stupid, if I'm ever whiny for no good cause, bear with me, tolerate me, because I'm just being lame. But I have a great everything going on, so I'm your host, Radiant J. Have a radiant day, guys. Taste my axe. Gross. Let's take 6 salmon berries, a rusty sword, and into the depths of hell. You can make fun of me. Let's see, Bowser. You keep running into that wall. No one can run into that wall as good as you can. Always believe in yourself. Here's some water. Yeah. Look at him go. Oh, there you go.